Today we're doing our weekly K-pop recap of October 2023, the first week. We have a lot of music to talk about, around 20-ish songs, so let's get right into it. First song is Weekly with Vroom Vroom. This might be my favorite weekly song of the year. It really sounds nice. It's super catchy. I really like the vibes of it. Just a light song, and I think they've done a really good job with the production. I think it fits with the mood of the song very well. It's not overly produced, which I think can be a mistake sometimes. It's not necessarily a mistake that I think Weekly has, but those type of songs can be that overly produced sometimes. But I like the vibes, I like the production, the girls sound really nice, and the chorus is very catchy. So I think from a Weekly song in general, you can't really ask for more, in my opinion. It's exactly what you expect, and it's a quality song from a very good group, in my opinion. Next up, Jungkook with Standing Next to You. I think this is his best release yet. Vocally sounds fantastic. Production, I think, fits him very well. He has that Taemin-like aesthetic to his music, and this song specifically, that I think really fits him well. And yeah, I would love to see Jungkook do this type of music more, instead of doing this other stuff to chart more, you know. But overall, it's the best song he has released, and vocally, definitely his best performance, I think, by a mile. I think this new album, let's see how it goes, because I still have to listen. Next, we have PH1 featuring Rosetta with Millie. Honestly, a pretty interesting song. I really like PH1. I don't really know how I feel. Sorry, the song's called Rosetta and the feature is Millie. Right, Millie's a rapper. I forgot about her name. I just think Millie's very consistent on this track. Like, she has parts where she's really fantastic, and other parts where she seems offbeat. She seems a little bit like she can't keep the flow going. I mean, having said that, I think it's a very enjoyable hip-hop track, and it definitely makes me happy and definitely hype to go into his new album, because PH1 has had one of the best albums last year, in my opinion, and is going into this year possibly repeating with another fantastic year from a music quality perspective. Next, have Viz with Don't Mind. No, I think Viz is an Indonesian group. I could be wrong, but they just randomly appeared on my home, so I gave it a listen, and it's a fantastic track. Vocally, it's amazing. It's one of the best singing how you call them, like pop K-pop track type of song that I've heard in a very long time. The chorus is one of the best choruses of the year, and overall the song is fantastic to listen to. Go check this group, they're fantastic. I really enjoy them, and I'll definitely want to check them more stuff of theirs, because they seem to be really good. Next, we have Moon Jung Up with XOX. It's a solid track, in my opinion. I wouldn't say there's nothing overly negative about it, but I'm not blown away by it, honestly. Vocally, it could be better. The chorus could be better. It's, of course, pretty generic, specifically it's kind of like sexy concept that they go for in K-pop. So overall, I think it's a very forgettable track, in my opinion. Then you have Epic High featuring Hoshi from 17 with Screen Time. I mean, this is the typical Epic High track at this point, where they have the idol who comes and does the singing aspect of the song. I think it's a solid track. Honestly, I don't think they've done anything new, but they haven't done necessarily anything bad. So overall, it's a classic 6 out of 10. I wish they explored more different type of artists. I understand that when you work with a 17, when you work with an IU and stuff, you get bigger numbers. I understand that's probably part of also business, but I would love to see them explore different voices, you know, because that's what they used to do in the past, and it seems now they kind of standardize themselves to just accept a very simple kind of singing, instead of trying this different type of like very interesting voices and trying to make them fit with their style. Overall, it's still a solid song by Epic High. Don't get me wrong, they're not they don't really make bad music in general, in my opinion. Next, we have Rockin' Doll Roa. Is their first single with it's called Signal. Honestly, I think it's a solid track. I don't have much to say about it. It's okay. Vocally, it's fine. It's simple. It's pretty generic in a sense, but I think it does what it's supposed to do, introduce you to the girl and her singing ability. Next, I have Wavy with Out of My Youth. I think it's a decent song by Wavy. Don't love the chorus. The song is very good. I think the singing is on point on this one, and I think the different sections of the songs really connect very well with each other, whether it's the chorus and the different parts of the song and the ending all kind of fit very well with each other. There is a clear at least idea of how to make a good song from start to finish. So I can't say it's bad. I just don't love the chorus, and the chorus really kills the mood for me and the whole overall enjoyment of the track for me personally. Next we have Elite with Independent Woman. Very very interesting group. This is their debut. I don't know who they are. Really like the vibes. I really like how they're fusing different styles of K-pop in one track. Vocally, the song is there. Chorus hits the way it's supposed to, and I think they've done a very good job at giving a decent introduction to the girls inside of the track. Everybody has time to shine. Everybody has time to really get to really appear on the song and have a section where they do something. So overall, the song is, I think, pretty enjoyable, and I think it has a personality. It has color from the start, even though it's a debut. So definitely want to check them out because they're new, and definitely curious to see if they have an album and what they're gonna do in the next year. Of course, their rookie year in that sense. Next, I have 9i with Neverland. I enjoyed this track by 9i, as I've talked about it when I made the best albums of the month. About October, I talked about how much I liked 9i. Sorry, not October, about August and September. I've talked about how much I liked 9i and how much I thought they really made really interesting music. I think they are very, very good, and I think this track showcases what I've talked about. They're able to take concepts of K-pop we've already seen and make them unique. I think that's one of the hardest things you can do in the genre, and I think they've been doing it successfully, so you can't really hate them for that. Different style, different aesthetic. They don't try to fit the mold with everybody else, so I kind of fuck with that in the sense because they're really trying to be themselves in a genre where you can be a little bit peer pressure into following what everybody else is doing. Next we have Smoke Remix, obviously produced by dynamic duo and Party, with Zico, B.I, J Park, Changmo, Jesse, and next we have Smoke Remix, produced by dynamic duo and Party, featuring Zico, B.I, J Park, Changmo, Jesse, and Party. A posse cut that you normally don't really hear a lot in K-pop, in Korean hip-hop, sorry, but not as often as you would like. But I think just you see the video, that's why everything is like doing that. But yeah, I mean the song is fantastic in that sense, and I think even if you look at just the way they've, I think, dealt with the different artists on it, they've all done amazing. Zico was really good, B.I was good, Party was fantastic, I thought. Jesse brought a lot of energy. Changmo obviously is always really, really good. Probably the best Korean rapper there is. J Park is a classic style of verse. So overall, I really enjoyed the song. I think if you're a fan of the group and if you like their style of music, of Korean hip hop, you will enjoy this track a lot. So I personally really enjoyed it. I don't see why you wouldn't if you like K-pop, Korean hip hop. Why I keep saying K-pop? I don't know. Let's have Golden Child with Feel Me. Very second generation, very early 2000s, and not in a negative way. I think they've nailed that aesthetic very well. Obviously they're going with that also in the music video, in the way they're dressed. So I think if you want to go for the concept, you have to go for it 100%, and they've done it. I think they went for it 100%, and it worked, I think, amazingly for them. Next we have Kim Phil with Life. I honestly really like this song. The more I hear it, the more it grows on me. I really like the way he sounds. I like the way he added that kind of like electronic chorus in the middle and drop to kind of like offset the rest of the track, and somehow it works very, very well. You wouldn't necessarily think that, and I think Kim Phil is a very interesting artist in my opinion. Doesn't drop as much as people think. He's not as active as maybe people want, maybe, but he's a very, very interesting artist, and one of the best, I think, most interesting voices in the genre. Next we have Vivits with Maniac. I mean, listen, it's a good Vivits song. Vivits at this point, they are a group that has a very distinctive style, distinctive aesthetic, production style that they've been carrying since they were in G-Friend. So overall, I think the song is good. In my opinion, it tries to follow more of what's popular also in the West with that like Dua Lipa style of production, and I'm not mad at it because I think the girls fit that aesthetic pretty well. And I think again, the song is good, the chorus is decent. Don't ask more for Vivis because that's what they're gonna give you. Quality tracks in their own style. You can't really ask for more, can you? Maybe you can, but I don't really want more from them in that sense. Next we have Rothi with Nowhere Now Here. Amazing vocal performance by Rothi. As always, one of the best singers in Korea. Definitely check it out if you love ballads. I mean, you definitely know her if you like Korean dramas. So definitely check her out because she's fantastic. Next of Youngjae with Do It. Really, really fun song. I think this type of songs Youngjae fits really, really well. These more light-hearted, happy songs that are supposed to kind of like light you up, cheer you up. I think he's really, really good at that, and you can just hear it. Pretty solid production, maybe overly repetitive to a certain extent, but his singing is really good, and the chorus is very, very catchy, and doesn't really bore you as much. Even though the song, I think, for this type of track, instead of being 3 minutes and 40, it should be 3 minutes, but it's still solid, you know. Next we have Great Guys with Deep in Love. This is their best release by far. Really well mixed and engineered song. The guys sound good, the chorus is there, the production is decent. I'm happy that I can see an improvement in their stuff, so hopefully that's a sign to come for great things for Great Guys. I'm happy they've dropped a song that I can clearly say it's actually decent, it's actually enjoyable, and not just feel like it's homemade and, you know, in a negative way, obviously. So yeah, I'm happy for them more than anything. Next we have Zero Base One with Crush. Listen, it keeps following what I've always talked about Zero Base One. They're a quality group. I mean, there's AI in the video, I don't know why, but they keep following their aesthetic pretty well. They've been going for that really, really well, and I think that they're a promising group. If their company treats them well, they'll be one of the best groups in Korea for a very, very long time. Next, we have Chu with Hitchhiker, a song that she released a couple weeks ago. I forgot to talk about. It's good, not as good as How though, but it's a decent version of a different type of more lighthearted track that Chu maybe would be more enjoyable. She would enjoy to do more, I would assume. Gravity with Megaphone. Listen, I think it's fine. You know, it's not my real thing. You know, Gravity is great. They've done better, so I kind of have higher expectations for them. Also because they're one of my favorite fourth generation groups. So yeah, it's okay, but I wouldn't go back to it personally. Next we have Sujin with Agassi. I think she did a fantastic job. Amazing vocals. Pretty decent production. I think that she kept following that G-Idol aesthetic, which I think was very smart for her because it allows her to connect with the fandom of the group more instead if she wants something different. And I'm happy she gets a chance to be a musician after all that bullshit that happened to her, which was ridiculous, obviously. So yeah, I think it's a good debut for her as a soloist. And next we have Kiss of Life with Bad News. I really like the production, that western style hip-hop-ish production. I think it's really good. The girls all have extreme charisma on this song. Really good vocals. The rapping sections hit the way they're supposed to. The chorus is really good in my opinion. So yeah, is this their best release to date? Maybe, we'll have to see, but probably it's my favorite 100%. So amazing song by Kiss of Life, and one of the most promising groups of 2023. 100%. And I think 2023 has been an underrated year for rookies, and I might make a video at the end of the day talking about how great 2023 was for the genre, because I don't think people have been talking about this at all in my opinion. So one of the best tracks of the month so far. And this was it for the weekly K-pop recap. A lot of music. I think everything was pretty much good. Even if I look back and I look on my list here in front of me, I mean, was there anything that I really didn't like? And I thought maybe Signal by Roa, but it wasn't a terrible track or anything, you know. So yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic week, really. 7, 8, 9 days, whatever that is. So really, really good. That's pretty much it. I don't have much to say. This week you're gonna get the best and worst K-pop albums of October 2023. And that's it. You might get one of my podcasts next week about the state of the industry and what happened this year, and the most recent news, because I think that could be interesting. Maybe I'll stream it on YouTube if I can set it up, because somehow I can't. But thank you for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that bullshit. Thank you for watching.